I'm on it, won't let self get in my way. I got my breath, I got my faith, and I remember why I came.
feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, I couldn't forget. I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious.
Hello.
Hola.
We have.
Okay. Let me in.
Oh, sorry.
What is down there?
What's a little cat?
So she's distracted, that's why.
She's so cute. So before this, I was eating lunch with my mom, and she disappeared. And we're like, "Where is she?" So we searched the entire office for her, and this shoebox was underneath my desk, like way to the back. And she just decided to get in there and sleep. And I was freaking out for like 20 minutes trying to find her.
All
I was like, we didn't have
productivity.
any doors open.
Yeah.
She's got to be inside here somewhere.
Okay. Let's go back.
I think she likes the box.
Let's go back in the box.
She does. I think she's gonna get down right now. So that's all. She didn't want to be in
Yes.
the video anymore, I guess.
Yes. Okay. So we have something different for this one. We decided to write down 3 questions each without telling the other person. And then we're going to take turns asking the other person the question, and we'll answer ourselves too. And then see what happens.
Yes.
Okay? So, ladies first.
Ladies first.
This is IMU episode number 9.
So this one is simple. I'm gonna let you choose between 2. List your top 3 either movies or books. Which one would you like to share?
Can I do top movie and then top 2 books?
Sure.
Okay. So, favorite movie is The Matrix. And I think the reason why I liked it has changed a lot from back in like 1999, right? Especially now, you probably heard like the whole like red pill, blue pill, right? You want to wake up, you want to stay asleep. How it's just the whole idea how, you know, there's this thing that we're not even aware of, that we're living in a dream world that's controlling us, and the whole idea of waking up, right? So a lot of like the symbolism, and then something that people don't know, because this is actually in the second Matrix when this came out. So, I mean, it's been 20 years, so I'm going to spoil this plot, okay? So in the movie, Neo is the one, right? He's this guy with special powers, all this stuff. In the second movie, it was actually revealed that that was actually also a program into the Matrix to basically distract people. And then he's the 7th iteration. So then there's basically, he's the 7th, the one, and he kind of leads a revolution, and then they get squashed down and a reset and they start over. So I think especially with a lot of this stuff going now, I think there's a lot of distractions, if you will, going on in the world. And I think there's a lot of parallels over there. So it's just such like a movie that I find that like, that just, I love it. You know, I actually just watched it recently. 2 favorite books. The 2 that really just like hooked me the most. The first one is a Steve Jobs biography. Like literally, it was like 50 something hours. Took me like 2 weeks to finish, like on an audiobook.
Okay, yeah.
And I mean, that's like what I'm spending like 20 something hours a week listening to it, and it was just fascinating. You know, by Walter Isaacson.
She doesn't like that one.
And then, oh, you don't like Walter Isaacson?
All right,
And
you can
then
go back down.
the other book is a really short book that almost took me 2.5 weeks too. On audiobook, it was only maybe like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's called Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle. He's probably most famous for a book called The Power of Now.
Yeah.
But when I read it, it just felt too complicated, and there's all this stuff. Whereas Stillness Speaks is very, very simple. And then when you listen to it, you'll like listen to like 30 seconds of it on audiobook or read it, and then you'll have to actually put it down to digest it. And it was just a very, very profound book. And every time I go back to it, I always get so much out of it. It makes a huge difference.
Cool. I haven't read any of
Yeah.
those. No.
Fail.
I've seen The Matrix though.
Is it your favorite?
It's one of my favorites, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
Boom, I like it.
Now, what about you?
Yes.
Top 3 favorite books or movies?
Oh,
And
you're-
why?
Was it on your list?
No, you have to
Oh, we're
answer your
doing
own
that.
question. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you ask it, you have to answer it too.
Oh, okay. So we'll make. Wait, I get to pick book or movie.
Book or movie, or just pick 3. Mix and match.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely really like The Matrix. I also
Okay.
really like Harry Potter.
I did not know that. Harry Potter book or movie?
Book. I'll say book.
Which book's your favorite and why?
Oh my gosh.
So not the series.
This is getting
right?
very.
Yeah.
No, I like all of them.
Of course. Well, you have to pick. There's no layups in the questions. There's only one right answer, by the way.
Oh, there's only one.
There's only one right answer. That's the best Harry Potter book.
Well, right now, I am reading little bits of, which one is it? Half-Blood Prince. And I was
So the
like,
sixth
ooh,
one.
this is a good one. But I don't know if it's necessarily my favorite. Within the movies, I always like Goblet of Fire.
Okay, the 4th one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I don't have a favorite of the. I just don't.
My favorite Harry Potter book is Half-Blood Prince.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
it features Dumbledore the most. This is starting to show how much of a nerd I am. And I don't know. It's so good. A little creepy in the cave and everything, but
I think the
yeah.
6th and the 7th.
Yeah, and then you learn a lot of like backstory about Dumbledore. It's just my favorite. 6th one, by far
Yeah.
the best one.
And the books show, because I was only watching the movies
Yeah.
until the beginning of last year.
Mhm.
I bought the first Harry Potter book at the airport in India
Oh, so
for
you
my
only
flight
started reading it
home.
last year. Oh, but you finished.
Yeah, I finished them all, and this is my first time kind of going back.
Oh, okay.
But so like this, I think at book 3 actually you really start to get more information than you ever did in the movies, and I just fell in
Yeah.
love with Harry Potter even more. Like everything,
Yeah.
it was.
The books are so much better than the movies.
They're so good.
If you read the books and you go to the movies, you're like, they bastardized it. They
Yeah.
actually did a pretty good job with the last 2 movies to do book 7.
I wish they split all of the movies
Yeah, just make it
into
like
2.
20 movies.
Yeah. Yes.
So they could capture everything.
I would have loved
Yeah,
that.
right? They probably make so much more money. There's probably a downside to that. Okay.
Well, it would have taken a long
so
time.
you
actors
kind of
aged.
named
Okay, so I've
a
got
book.
The
so,
Matrix. I really like The Matrix.
Okay.
Harry Potter.
Okay.
Books.
Name one more.
Books.
Maybe once. What about something that's like maybe a little more obscure that you would, that people haven't heard of or read?
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I actually just read this one, so it's like Chakra Frequencies or something like that. It's on my phone, but this phone is recording, so can't really look at it.
Chakra Frequencies. Final answer. Well, why is it good?
Okay, because it talks about, so there are bija mantras that you can chant for each chakra, but this one actually talks about vowels, and the vowels are very expressive when you chant them, and they help you really, really connect to the chakras and balance them. So I've been having a lot of fun chanting the vowels, and I'd never heard about chanting the vowels for the chakras, so it's my favorite thing right now, and it's obscure and not many people have heard of it, because generally for chakra chanting we'll chant bija mantras, which are like for the root it's lum, for sacral it's bum, for solar plexus it's rum, and then yum, hum, and om. But the vowels are very good. Like the heart, if you want to know just one that's really good to chant all the time, is ah. So they actually talk in the book when you're having a fight with a loved one or anyone,
Never have those.
to just like, but like make the agreement between the two. Like if we had a fight, we're telling each other, okay, when we start to have a fight and we start to like do stage to each other, judge each other, we are just gonna stop and chant ah, because it gets you connected to this heart space.
So we focus on our heart and go ah.
Yeah, you go.
It's actually just kind of funny. Okay, so if you fight someone, try that
I think
out
it's
and let me
chakra
know.
frequencies. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could remember who it's by, but I don't.
Okay,
so.
don't worry. We'll post.
We'll put it in the comments.
And if you get the name wrong, we'll also post the actual name. Okay.
I think.
Okay. So mine is, what is something that people assume that you're good at that you're actually not good at? And then conversely, what's something people that they don't give you much credit for that you're actually surprisingly good at?
Oh my god, this is hard.
That's right. That's a layup favorite movies.
I know.
You don't have anything that people just think you're good at that you're actually not that good at?
No, I don't think so. Can you think of anything for me? People think, a lot of people think that I'm really flexible. I don't actually think I'm that flexible. So.
Okay, that's relative. Okay, so people think you're flexible, but you actually don't know you're not that flexible compared to probably what?
Compared to, because I grew up as a dancer, so I was around a lot of very flexible people. And my shoulders and my upper back aren't very flexible.
Yeah,
but there are people who say like, "Oh, your back is so flexible." I'm like,
so if you go to her Instagram and then you see all the stuff she's doing, then you'll get it's all relative. It's perspective.
It is. But
okay, then what about something that people don't think you're that good at that you're actually really good at?
My mom says I'm tone deaf. She's told me I'm tone deaf my entire life. But I really don't think I'm actually that bad. I don't think I'm tone deaf. I don't think, I'm amazing, but I'm actually not too shabby. And no, I'm not going to sing.
So you're better at singing than what your mom gives you credit for? You're better than tone deaf? Definitely.
So better than what my mom gives me credit for.
So when we have Uncanny, so it's a gym karaoke night.
I sang with you, remember?
Yeah. It's time to do it by yourself.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Let me shake on it.
Yeah. Okay, and this shake means something because, ta-da, on the inside of her wrist. Oh, you can't see it. On the inside of her wrist. What is that?
It says golden.
Oh, where's the 4 agreements? Oh. Okay, on her opposite elbow, inside of her elbow.
This is my left arm.
Something about the 4 agreements, right?
Yes.
And what's one of the agreements regarding your word?
Be impeccable with your word.
Be impeccable with your word. So she's going to actually sing.
I actually really enjoy it now. I really like singing.
Okay, good.
I sang in ayahuasca, remember?
You did.
Yeah, it was very loud.
You did lots of things in ayahuasca. But yes, I remember. You were very loud. Okay. Something that people think I'm good at that I'm not. Well, people think and assume that I'm good at math. And I'm actually probably just like average at math. I'm really not that good. like I guess it's relative, right? Like, it's not that I'm good. It's that most people are very not good at math. Whereas like if I go to Asia, I'm like average. It's like a number just come easier. So yeah, kind of like a flexibility.
So you are.
Huh?
So you are actually good at math.
Well, it's like, then you actually are really flexible.
Yeah.
So that's one. They also think I'm very like, they also somehow think like I'm going to be really good at trivia, and I'm god awful at trivia. So like anyone that really knows me, so I have an incredible ability to focus, and then the weakness with that is, like I have a hard time. I have a really tough time multitasking, especially if I start something. If I don't finish it, it's really hard for me to switch gears, and I don't actually focus on too many subjects. So the subjects that I actually focus on, I'm really passionate. I could talk a lot about it, but I don't know that much. So I'm useless when I go to trivia, right? Like pop culture, actors, actresses, like music. I don't listen to music for the most part.
Disney.
Yeah, but that's more from my childhood, right?
But so you would do well with, yeah.
Yeah, Disney. Okay,
Disney trivia.
Disney song trivia. I might do okay, but that's more from childhood. So yeah, so that's one. And then something that people think I'm bad in, I would be bad at. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. What do people think I'm bad at?
She's eating.
Huh? Cheese eating? No.
She. No. I'm saying the cat's eating. I just heard a crunch.
Okay.
Just like.
I think. Okay, so I feel like I get underestimated for my ability to actually have compassion for people. Right? They don't think I'm necessarily compassionate, and
I agree with that actually.
and for me, I think there's a lot of like society's like definition of what compassion is, like saying the right thing or basically saying the right thing as opposed to experiencing compassion and then what it actually is there for, right? So
I feel like a lot of people almost think compassion is just like agreeing with them.
agreeing with them or telling them positive things or basically focusing on making them feel
Comfortable,
more
feel
comfortable.
better. Yeah.
Right. And like sometimes having someone feel more comfortable or better isn't actually compassion. If anything, it's hurting them more.
Right,
so,
yeah.
so then it's like, how do you put yourself in a position where there's tension, it's uncomfortable, right? So you have to confront that within yourself. Like, so basically not being like the agreeable person who's avoiding tension, and then also like holding someone to something that they really actually want and care about. Right now, acknowledgement and then empathy and then actually being able to match someone where they're at is really important, right? So even if you have the bigger vision for someone and you can't match them where they're at, they're just going to resent you, right? So like there's definitely that component, but like compassion to me, I guess, means something different. And people here, they just think I'm not very compassionate, and I totally disagree. Okay, next. I think we're going really long on the questions. We'll answer it faster.
Wait, okay, so favorite childhood memory?
Actually, like the one that comes up off the top of my head. So for the longest time, especially in Florida, right, whenever it kind of showers in the afternoon during the summer, I think of watching movies because that's what we used to do as a family. So whenever it would like rain, like we would either watch like a show, and it was always in Chinese, or like a talk show, or like a game show or a movie, and we would watch it together as a family. And that's something that like first thing that popped in my mind.
Oh,
So I associate raining in the afternoon with watching movies.
Cool. Okay, so my favorite childhood memory, the first one that popped up for me was I was at dance, helping my dance teacher one time, and there were a few of us helping her. It was like a Saturday, and my mom got all of us Starbucks. And I remember it was summertime.
How old were you?
It's hot outside. I started drinking Starbucks at like age 10 or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Because my dance teacher was really big on
Oh,
Starbucks,
yeah?
so we would just do what she did, and yeah, so we would.
I
We were
didn't
addicted to
I didn't
Starbucks.
really start drinking coffee until I was 25. Like your age. I started drinking coffee.
Yeah,
when I was 25.
yeah.
Look at me now.
I started eating coffee beans when I was a baby. So
Wow.
yes.
Just when you think you knew someone.
But yeah, my mom brought all of us Starbucks, and it was hot outside, and she brought us Frappuccinos, and I was like, my mom's awesome. She brought all of this Starbucks, and she used to do stuff like that a lot. Like all of my friends loved my parents, and
And what was it?
My
It's
mom
just
was the
that is it
best.
more like you're proud of your mom, or is it just like it was cool seeing how everyone was really happy and thankful
it
for
was
your mom? Like,
yeah,
what
it was cool to see how everyone was really happy, and then I
Yeah.
was really thankful for my mom.
Okay, cool.
And my mom just like wanted us to be happy, and they did everything they could to make us happy.
It's a good memory.
Yeah.
Starbucks at 10. Okay,
I got a Java chip Frappuccino.
nice. My question: what's something that you've been obsessed with recently, besides your cat, that you like to share about?
Besides my cat.
Yep, recently. So like the last 2 or 3 months. That just like before that, it wasn't really something you put your attention on, but now you put a lot of attention on it. Well, besides the cat,
She takes 100.
that you would like to actually share about.
So from besides my cat. I have been putting a lot of attention on. Well, I've been putting a lot of attention on the chakra chanting, the vowels, and also visualization.
But is that new? So what's like new that you've been, or is there, maybe there isn't anything new?
If there isn't really anything new, I'm just doing things in a different way that I'm enjoying. So visualizations actually, those have been hard for me to continue because I've been doing what Dominic does, which is he writes it out and then he'll just like read the paper over and over again. If I do that, my brain goes off somewhere else and I'm not actually like visualizing and doing affirmations. I'm just like reading.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah, so I have it like written out and stuff, just like as like pointers to like keep it kind of the same. But I'll get my journal and I'll just say like relationship, work, whatever, and I'll write about it. I'll like kind of almost like dream up my ideal life and just pretend like I'm already living it. Like,
okay, so you actually visualize it and not have. So it's more from like.
I'm more present
like
when I'm writing it,
and
and each time I'm kind of creating it and bringing in different adjectives and like.
So doing it as behavior instead of structure.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's so helpful.
Okay, and then what was one thing you would like to share about your cat?
She's perfect.
Besides that.
Besides, she's perfect.
Yeah. Well, what is it?
So she's such a people person.
Just one thing.
She loves being. She loves being around people. Like she'll, because we bring her to work, so I'll be sitting at the front desk. She'll crawl up my leg and she'll sleep in my lap. And then, or at home if she's sleeping on the bed or something, right when she wakes up, she'll talk and come find us and purr and like rub up against our legs.
So you think she's actually special, and it's not like one of those parents who actually think their kid's cute or smart, but maybe they're a little biased. Like for you, you're unbiased.
Everyone loves her. I don't know.
And your cat's actually special. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's perfect. She's so cute. If you want to meet her, just come to the office.
For me, the last like probably 2 or 3 months, something I literally, I wouldn't say learn, right, because that's a little arrogant, but something I focused a lot on is finances. So kind of like macroeconomics, how the economic system works, and then specific parts, so like how banks work, how from securities to bonds, kind of looking at everything that's going on with the Federal Reserve and forecasting what's going on. And one of the reasons why is just because there's such an opportunity right now. If you just look at everything that's going on, it's almost like inevitable how things are going to go. And I don't want to spread doom and gloom, but basically, if you're keeping cash, it's going to be a challenging time for you up ahead, probably in the next like 3 to 6 months.
Why?
You want me to get into it?
Maybe later, but
so
why?
We'll put it this way, right? If there's, and again, this is the exact number, if there's $10 trillion in circulation, and in the last 2 months, we printed $6 trillion. So before you had $1 in 10 trillion, and you put 6 trillion in there, now you have $1 in 16 trillion, it's just gonna be worth less, right? That's like, there's way more factors that go into it, but essentially, all the stuff that's happening now, it's gonna start showing up in a few months, right? And because right now the market hasn't caught up to that, there's right now a lot of people are making more on unemployment than when they actually work, right? So then when that runs out, when we can't keep that up anymore, what's going to happen to the economy? For like credit card payments, a lot of people have that deferred, right? That's going to go away sometime in the next 3 to 6 months. A lot of people are on forbearance. That's going to go away. So there's a lot of factors going in. And if I want to just make it really simple, basically what it's come down to, again, this is my personal opinion, I own a gym. I'm not a financial investor, but there's a couple things that I've been paying a lot of attention to and then really moving my assets to. So it's one is physical precious metals, specifically gold and silver. And then the other one is looking into cryptocurrency. And there's cryptocurrency is basically digital currency, right? So right now we have something called fiat currency, so the US dollar, right, you can print it out, and technically it's digital. We're already kind of going digital, but cryptocurrency is essentially what's coming up next, right? It's kind of like before the internet was a thing, people in the know knew internet was a thing. Cryptocurrency is what's next. So studying that, and then specifically I'm really high on one called XRP, which is part of a company called Ripple, which is it's associated with a company called Ripple. So XRP, physical gold, silver, and then when the real estate market shifts dramatically, rental properties. So then studying that, and then also actually moving my assets to that, and then also studying like stuff about taxes, so then when it happens, how to take advantage. And I think right now the quote that keeps coming to mind is success is preparation and I don't know the actual quote. Success is preparation meets opportunity. And right now it's like a once in a generation opportunity. And if you don't take advantage of it, it could actually be really bumpy. Or if you take advantage of it, it can actually be really, really good. But if you don't do anything, it's going to be bad. My opinion.
Cool. We can talk more about this.
Yeah,
later.
well, we'll chat more individually. Let's get you set out to make a lot more money so you can buy a lot more cats. Okay, third one. And yeah, if you guys want to chat more about it, again, this is my opinion. I could direct you just to stuff that I'm reading and studying while I'm coming to the conclusion that I'm coming. Love to chat about it.
Cool. Oh, so my favorite daily routine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so my favorite daily routine? Oh, man. See, it changes. So to give you more a insight into my life. So I don't watch TV. Now, it doesn't mean I haven't seen shows, whatever. I recently watched the whole freaking 9 seasons of The Office. It took a lot of time. But for the most part, I don't watch TV other than college football. And that's only 4 months of the year. I don't really listen to music. So I have a lot of time to basically put my attention on something and then learn, study, read. And that's probably my favorite one. It's something that, I get to put my attention on something that I actually want to learn more about or be more involved with. And it's just something I do every day, almost every day. And usually on average, I do 5 or 6 hours a day. So that's probably something that when life is going pretty good, it's a consistent thing going on in my life. And then when that's not happening in my life, it's almost like a void, Mm-hmm. So it's something that I actually really notice when I'm not doing, and then even talking about it now, I actually appreciate a lot more getting to do that.
Cool. Okay, so
and also having coffee. It ain't the first few sips of coffee. It's just something about it. I like the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same. Coffee is definitely one of my favorite routines. Mm-hmm. And right now I'm drinking coffee and writing my visualizations, and that's my favorite right now. It's very...
Playing with a cat in the morning?
Well, I play with a cat all day long,
okay.
So...
Your whole day routine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Last question. What is your dream material item you would like to own? I think especially when we get into self-development, it's almost material item is actually bad, or it somehow shows how shallow we are and all that stuff.
Yeah.
We all have a couple
dream
of
material
items.
Right now, new car.
What brand? What model?
Dominic's got me on a Lexus SUV, one of the smaller SUVs.
What is it though?
I don't know.
A small Lexus SUV?
Yes.
Clearly,
I'm not a car person.
Clearly, it's not that much of a dream. What about before this? If you can't
material.
even name it, it's like what's something that like you almost like like you probably like obsessed about, just thought about a lot. It's like, I mean, that's stupid. I don't really even need it, but I really want it. Like just something that maybe you still want now that you forgot about. I just remind you. Sorry, Dominic.
I want a private jet.
A
I've never
private
actually
jet?
thought about it, but like all I can think about right now is I want to travel whenever I want to.
So you would like a private jet?
So it'd be cool if I had a private jet. I could go anywhere I wanted to all of the time.
Did you just think of it now, or is it something that?
No. I was
Okay.
trying to like think of a material thing that
Yeah.
goes with being able to travel whenever I wanted to.
Yeah. Okay.
Because traveling's not really a material thing, but you need money to do it.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like it's the plane that's the money. It's the plane ride that's the money. So I want a
Yeah.
private jet.
Okay. So
That's my thought process.
okay. So for me, like most of the material stuff's like, oh, it's kind of cool to have, but never really, I guess, like hit me emotionally, right? But I know I do have like an obsession. But I was gonna focus on one. It's an Aston Martin Vanquish.
Huh?
Aston Martin. It's a car brand.
Oh.
Vanquish. Yes.
like,
And that's
what
just like
is
it's
that?
just like I don't know. That's mine.
Okay,
It's a
cool.
very very cool, sexy car.
Cool.
Yes.
I would actually say I do want a nice house that's like the interior decorating is nice. Like I want free reign to decorate a house.
Okay. Like
however I
how
want.
big? Like what style?
How big? Like I don't know.
Like what style?
What do you mean? What style?
Like modern? Is it more like there's like the
It's like-
plantation looking houses.
I
It's
think
like a
I was
castle,
I was looking at stuff and I like modern and also
Mm-hmm.
like bohemian chic kind of style.
Okay. And then
So it would be like that.
okay. Would you like a backyard?
Yes, backyard and pool.
Okay. What kind
And
of pool?
and lots of windows. So like the back of the
Yeah.
house is just a whole bunch of windows,
Yeah.
and outside is nice and like there are trees and.
What kind of pool?
What do you mean? Like just a regular pool with
There's
a
like
deep
the-
end and a shallow
There's like
end.
what it's called, like zero gravity. I mean, there's like,
Well,
they could get pretty fancy.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a,
I will say one more. Like actually, I think it will happen. Actually, it will happen. I'll speak it into existence. So this is before I even ever had a thought of really opening a gym. I always just like almost like envision. I wanted a gym that had giant glass windows, so people could actually see what's going on inside. That's by like a busier street. So when people
that's
drove by, would
cool.
walk by, like, what is going on in there? And it actually would inspire them as they drove by. And I always thought that would be really cool.
that is
So,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so probably that and the Aston Martin.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
That is it for our questions.
That was fun.
Yeah, I'll nominate the song. Let It Be.
Let it be.
Keep singing.